Hello, and thank you for checking out our SIR video series. I'm Mark Wheeler, Managing Partner for Strategic Options and a member of the SIR Marketing Committee. We have a very special guest joining us today, Amelia Fitch, Enterprise Strategy Research Director for American Family Insurance, and drumroll please, the newly elected president of SIR. Amelia, thank you for taking the time to chat with me today.
Of course, Mark. I'm happy to be here.
Terrific. Well, let's start with your career at AmFam. Now, you have had an extensive career with the company starting in 2000. What compelled you to work in the insurance industry and to build your career at AmFam?
Oh, that is a great question. Like many people, I did not grow up expecting to work in the insurance industry. But I think it speaks to the many perks of the insurance industry. So initially, it was benefits and stability. My son was born in August of 2000, and I started working for AmFam in December of 2000. I had been working for a very small company that wasn't necessarily the best at balancing, the work-life needs of working parents, and AmFam had what I needed. After a short period of time, I started to realize how many great opportunities there were to be had within the insurance industry. And I moved from the regional office in Ohio to AmFam's NHQ in Wisconsin. And once I got there, I became even more familiar with the breadth of work available and started to realize the work done in insurance research and specifically market and competitive intelligence research. And I was hooked. I have been constantly working to learn more about this fascinating field ever since. And here we are.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I did not start in the insurance industry at all, but we all kind of find our way over there and find it so fascinating that we stay from a career perspective. Well, let me ask you this. From your perspective as the Enterprise Strategy Research Director, what do you see as the 2 or 3 most compelling issues for the insurance industry over the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years?
Oh. So I think there are a number of tumultuous things moving around in society right now. And I think these items that I'll list are also compelling issues for society at large. And what I would mention would include artificial intelligence, climate change, and grappling with fairness and equitability. So with artificial intelligence, I think specifically generative AI and guidelines and guardrails for its use. We are moving so fast forward with this technology, and there's so little really understood about it yet for an industry that's job is to assess and mitigate risk. This is a little bit unsettling. Climate change, similarly, for insurance. We specifically are seeing changes in product availability by geographic area, and we're seeing that increase over time and grappling with those. And finally, fairness and equitability. The disparity between groups is increasing. And how do we begin to improve that, or at the very least, keep up with this light speed change that we're seeing without making the problem worse?
Well, those are 3 huge issues. I think you've hit all of them that I think all of us in the industry are struggling with. And just individually, I think about AI and the implications that it has. And I think we're only scratching the surface of what we're going to see with AI.
Definitely. And there's so many unknowns there. That's the piece that's both wonderfully exciting and a little bit terrifying.
Yes, yes, a little bit of both. Well, congratulations again on becoming president of SIR. Now, you have been a member of the organization for over a decade. What value have you found in being a member?
A lot is the short answer. And I could just stop there, but I will continue for the sake of the interview. I have to say, and I know we've said this over and over again, but SIR is simply the most welcoming and supportive family. I get the privilege of getting to know some really amazingly talented people. And in addition to that, in addition to those wonderful relationships, and perhaps because of, it has also been a huge career builder for me. So not just in terms of things that I can say that I've done or been a part of, but more importantly, the opportunities that I've had to learn and hone new skills. Volunteering with SIR is probably one of the best ways I know of to get something akin to an apprenticeship experience. When you volunteer, you have the opportunity to push yourself a little bit and try new things. And at SIR, that's in a safe space.
Mm.
Whether that new thing you're trying is public speaking, leadership, mentoring others, or simply speaking up to share your thoughts, SIR is a wonderful place to flex developing muscles and know that you're amongst peers who are rooting for you. And then on the flip side, it's a wonderful feeling to be able to give back and help and watch others succeed too.
Oh, those are wonderful. I know I've experienced many of the things that you've described as that being a very welcoming organization, and just wonderful people to meet and to talk with. So I share that experience as well. Now, as you step into the president's role, what is your vision for ensuring the organization's relevancy into the future?
Oh, that is a great question, Mark. As we mentioned, it's certainly a tumultuous time in the world.
Mhm.
But one thing, SIR has many strengths. And one of the things that I would like to make sure that we're doing is leaning into our core. We are a society for insurance researchers, but I want to talk a little bit about big R research and little R research. So big R research are those folks with research in their title in the core of their job description. And of course, SIR is meant for those folks, obviously. But little R research is also a place for folks to interact at SIR. And this group includes people who are doing some research or interested in learning more about research and doing it better, but it might not be in their job title or perhaps even explicitly stated in their job description. Nevertheless, they're doing the work. So there's also a place for these folks at SIR. If you are conducting research or interested in insurance research, SIR has something to offer you. And in order to support, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, in order to support that leaning into our core, I want to focus more on engagement, listening to our members, meeting their needs, and another point I have to drive home on this platform, especially, is since we're a volunteer-led organization, it's important to stress that you get what you give out of SIR, and on the flip side of that, we can right-size volunteer opportunities for your current availability. So you don't have to wait until you magically have time. None of us have time. We have the time that we have. And also, this year, we will be shifting the timing of our annual conference, and we'll be doing some strategy work to further support that refocusing on the core. And part of my job will be focusing on making those transitions smooth and doing my best to ensure that everyone is up to speed on what's happening.
Oh, that's terrific. Well, thank you for sharing that. I think that gives everyone a really good idea of the opportunity that's there. And you're right, it's a volunteer. I know I've experienced it from a volunteer perspective, and the organization has been very accommodating to what I'm trying to do, and being able to meet new people, to participate in that, new learnings about what's happening within the industry have all been values for me as a volunteer, and I look forward to your leadership going forward. So thank you for that.
I'm honored to be a part of SIR and honored to be able to have the opportunity to lead.
Terrific. Well, thank you for that. Well, let's shift gears a little bit. Let's have some fun questions. So if you could complete the following thoughts. In the spring, I like to
garden.
In the summer, I prefer a warm, sunny day or a cool afternoon rain.
Cool afternoon rain.
All right. In the fall, I like to
go pumpkin picking.
Love it. And in the winter, I prefer to be inside or outside.
Oh, inside. Yeah,
Inside.
Generally I am a curl up with a warm beverage and a book kind of gal. So yeah.
Very good. I enjoy that as well. Now we have the Thanksgiving holiday coming up next month. Now, do you have a traditional main course or a special family dish that you pass?
We're pretty pretty keen on tradition. We don't hew too far from the traditional American fare. Rather than having a whole bird, we do a turkey roulade that my husband likes to prepare, where it's a rolled up and stuffed turkey breast. That's
Wow.
absolutely yummy, and I'm really glad that he prepares it.
I bet I'll have to look that one up. I haven't seen that before, so that sounds tasty.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Now, on a perfect Sunday afternoon, what would you consider to be the best activity to participate in?
Oh, so I mentioned reading.
Yeah.
I really have what some might say a problem with reading. So that is something that I enjoy doing both for to keep myself up to date, more in a business sense, and also just for fun, just for
Sure.
flat out, nothing useful about this book, just fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my default when I have free time.
Well, I think we need that, let the brain relax a little bit,
Mhm.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now a final question for you. What is your go-to comfort food?
Oh, um, probably hot coffee. It
Hot coffee.
probably is, which is kind of an odd one, but it's just, very something about the warm cup and the scent of it. Yeah, very
Oh, that's
aesthetically pleasing for me.
well,
So
that's good. That's a good one. Well, Amelia, it was a pleasure chatting with you today. Thank you for your time, and we are looking forward to a great year for SIR under your leadership.
thank you, Mark. And if anyone is not yet explored the many opportunities available at SIR, I encourage you to check out our website or connect with me or any members of the board, and we'll be happy to welcome you.
Oh, thank you for that.
Mhm.